Okay, I'm reloaded. Big Dappuccino here. This is odds and ends number 35. I usually give a little breathing room between videos, but since I had some extra time and since I know I have some other content I need to hurry up and push out this week before I go back to doing show and tell and odds and ends, decided to go ahead and get this odds and ends in. And like I said, this is odds and ends 35. We'll take a closer look at the two premium vehicles and two mainline line vehicles I had from show and tell number 110, which wasn't a big haul, but shoot, two pieces is a haul. So, like I always say, I might have two uh, things to display in two items to display in a video. Sometimes I might have 30. It all depends on the roll of the dice of how the haul was. So far, my haul coming up for this week, coming up the next haul, looking pretty good. So, not spectacular, but pretty good. So, let's get into it. As you can see, I got a new toy. I know some of y'all like he's far behind. But somebody said a long time ago, man, you really need to have one dealing with the light here. He's like, you really need to have one of these things. And I'm like, okay. And I was looking for one. I thought I found one, but I don't think I picked it up. I don't know if it was at Big Lots or Five Below, but I don't know. I haven't been back to Five Below because I've been there like I think last week. No, 2 weeks ago. They ain't have no diecast. I got very frustrated. Stuff was very old, so my local locations is hit and miss. So across the board. But let's look at these main lines that I was able to get from Dollar Tree first. First, we got the 2019 Jeep Renegade. And this is Matchbox. What name of series? MBX City series. See if we can get the see what's going on with this thing. Yeah, that's better. And this is from the like I said, MBX City series. This is the first color for that came out in 2020. I think there's a red version out right now for 2021. I looked on the Matchbox wiki. It's no designer listed, and that's what they're doing nowadays. So that's the way it goes. Let's take a look at it and use my new toy. I should move this over. Should be more in the middle. Bear with me, folks. I had used this, and I had it plugged in, so. Move it to the middle. As you can see, it has the headlight details, tail light details. The roof is see-through, which is a nice feature. A little dust on it. And it's got some pretty good wheels. I mean, it's pretty good for mainline. I think it's pretty cool. So, it's a good addition to the collection. Next, we had the 2015 Mazda Miata. Yeah, 2015 Mazda MX-5 Miata that debuted in NBX Adventure City 2016. It was designed by Jason Liu, Miguel Lopez, and Abe Lugo. It's metal flake orange. This is the 2020 NBX City version, the latest version. And as you can see, it has headlights and tail light details. It's a convertible, of course. The top is down, which is interesting because they usually Hot Wheels. I think they have a version of the Miata that's covered, and they have a version that's convertible. I think the latest one's convertible, but it has a spoiler and all that kind of stuff on it. This is more of a stock version where Matchbox pretty much excels or has excelled in the past. It's a nice color and everything combination. I like the way the interior is done. As you can see, it is a right hand. Is it a right hand drive? Yep, it's a right hand drive, so it's a true JDM. And we're gonna contrast that with a Johnny Lightning Mazda MX-5 casting from 2020, but it's the older version that I just got. I think this was in show and tell number 2, show and tell number 109. That's the one in the dark red, and it is a left-hand version. And we're basically just looking at the scale, and the scale is not too bad, it seems. There are significant differences being that the Johnny Lightning is an older version, but they pretty much keep the Mazda Miata or slash MX-5, the dimensions, they pretty much try to keep it the same as far as the dimensions. They just, update it a little bit as far as the contours, body lines a little bit, and the headlights mainly, and the tail lights. And of course, other features, mechanical features and stuff, as technology evolves. But that's a nice MX-5, that Matchbox. You could do some things with that. You could customize that and it'll look pretty good. As you can see, full details. It's just, I don't know, man. Mattel, and I said this before, seems like they try to hold Matchbox back because you have to look online and really understand the history of Matchbox and Hot Wheels before Mattel bought them. They were competition, and it seems like they do more marketing promotion for Hot Wheels. It seems like Matchbox is kind of like a training ground for their designers, if you want to be honest. That's how they recruit their designers. It's like Matchbox is the minor league, and Hot Wheels is the major league as far as Mattel diecast. So that's pretty cool. Let's, let's move on. There's no opening features on that Johnny Like Me, if you're wondering. I don't know. I haven't been scoring with opening features lately. And next, we move to the premium portion of this video. So I can just put them in. I didn't even show this packaging. It's an NBX City Series. That's for the Miata. But next, we're going to do the Ford Mustang 1980 Ford Mustang Greenlight. This is the vintage ad car series. I have a couple cars from here. I strongly encourage you, if you like collecting cars of this variety, to check out this vintage ad car series. Greenlight has some pretty good series, period. Having trouble focusing. Maybe we can get there. That's better. That's much better. I don't know what was going on before, but that's much better. You can see the words clearer. So. And you can see that's the stuff from this series. And this is a 2020. Like I said, Hobby Lobby is always behind, man. Always behind. And a lot of stuff is just getting out now in circulation, if you want to be honest. So let's look at this. It's a Fox Body Mustang. That's what they call them. I thought this had an opening detail, but it does not. And it's a very clean version of the car. Nice headlight details. Nice tail light details. And this is 1980. I don't even think this is before they started making the 5.0. Started calling them 5.0s and stuff like that. But this is the same body style. It's going to evolve, I think, in 89, somewhere around 89 to the early 90s. The GT version of this. This is just the Ford Mustang, they say. This is just the stock version. But the GT version, that's better known as the 5.0, that's the one everybody's going to want in the later 80s. And just the evolution of that Fox body Mustang when they were going from that other body style that everybody hated. It was called the Mustang 2, which was utilized, though, by a lot of hot rodders and customizers. And if you think about that lightweight body with the right kind of technology now and the right type of engine and probably some forced induction, it would be a sleeper. But people were so used to the old Mustangs, the Boss 351, Boss 4029, and all that kind of stuff. Even the Boss 302 and stuff. That a 2-liter Mustang was not what they wanted. They were not happy about it. I think it was a 2-liter. Might be more, but I knew they had a 2-liter version. And yeah, I think that's got a good look at that. Now let's contrast that with the I have a Johnny Lightning T-top version from 2018, and I think it's an early 80s too. I tried to find some information on the base, but I couldn't. I don't think they printed it up there. But this is a T-top. And this actually has the 5.0 designation on it. So I wonder if this is a 86 or 89. This might be the GT version. So this is possibly a Mustang GT in the red and black. And we're just basically contrasting the cars, seeing the similarities and the differences. Yeah, you can see it now that the red and black is an older version. Some of the changes. It has not fully evolved into the way it would be in probably around 92, 93, but it's starting to get there. You can see. And the Johnny Lightning version is slightly bigger. I don't know if that's supposed to be, or I know the car did start to change and get bigger, larger, back to what it was kind of. I should do a Mustang. Maybe I might do that. I might do a Mustang showcase, see what I got, if I can pull it off. But I have some Mustangs, even though, I'm a Chevy. I'm basically a Chevy guy. That's what I like. But I try to collect everything because I pretty much dabble on everything. I like everything. So that's pretty cool. I think we spent enough time with that. So you can see. And last but not least, we got something else I got from Hobby Lobby. I know you've seen it on a lot of people's channels, but this is that the Auto World Martin Muscle, the 1991 Dodge Stealth RT twin turbo. I just showed it back. I'm not gonna talk about because I did it in the last video in 110, and yes, I do have a lot of these cars. I do have a couple of these cars. Yeah, actually, I have one. Actually, I have one, two. I have 5 cars out of this collection. The only one I'm missing is that Chevelle, and I saw it. I saw it when I bought the blue truck at Walmart, but I passed on it because I already had probably close to maybe $25 worth of stuff, or maybe around there. So you can't buy everything at the same time, man. Budget, man. And this is the Dodge Stealth. I forgot. I think this had a 3-liter under the hood. Probably like a 2.6 liter. I know it was definitely a 3-liter. Might have been a 3.2 liter V6 under the hood. So this was basically built with Mitsubishi. And they utilized a lot of their technology, especially for this smaller compact car they had called the SRT4, which began life as the Plymouth Neon. That was like Chrysler was trying to compete with the Japanese imports. So you know the old saying, if you can't beat them, join them. And that's what they basically did. Mitsubishi needed the money, and they needed, they utilized a lot of their models and rebadged them. So they weren't the only ones who did that. Ford did that with Mazda. And I want to say, well, Chevrolet, I hate to say it, GM was kind of like, they were kind of like last to get on that because they were doing pretty good, to be honest. Chevrolet, GM was probably doing the best out of the big three going into the 80s and to the 90s. And then they started, mainly Pontiac and Buick. Well, Pontiac and Oldsmobile, they weren't doing so good. So that's why they're not around. To be honest, Buick wasn't doing that good either, but for some reason, Buicks are popular in, I want to say Korea or China. So, who knows? So, yeah, so this is basically the twin of the 3000 GT, which I wish I had because I do not like this spoiler. The rear wing, I think that is so ugly. But it's an awesome looking car, man. It is awesome. I think the lights are different too for the Mitsubishi GT. I like the lights better on the Mitsubishi 3000 GT, the rear lights. I think they look better. I think it's like a wide light all the way around or something like that. Or I might be thinking of the later model, the 99 to 2000 version. Later 90s version, I should say. But I don't think this car, it didn't last that long. The Mitsubishi 3000 GT, I think, was around longer than the stuff. I don't know. I've seen a 98 stuff, so it was around for a good little while, but I think in 98, that was it. 98 or 99. I think for Mitsubishi GT3 3000 GT, I think it stuck around till 2000 or 2001, and then it was dropped or whatever from the lineup. Yeah, so that's pretty much it, man. That's odds and ends number 35. I'm just gonna end it on that note, man. Ain't too much to say, man. We showing a little love to the diecast. I want to thank the subscribers and for your support, your views, your likes, uh, and as I always say to the random viewers, this is not the best diecast channel, but it's not the worst either. The motto here is show a little love for the diecast. This has been Odds and Ends number 35. I encourage you to hit the notification button and subscribe. Until the next time, Big Dappuccino signing off.